Welcome back, everyone, to another video, another live stream, whatever you're watching on. We are back today. Let me just get this video in the background playing. We are back today with a little prologue stream for my drive, and potentially some random races. Let me just check that everything sounds okay.
Score lots of points today. Start our championship off well.
Right, perfect. Let me just turn this down a little bit more. And there we go, right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Whether you're watching on the live stream, or watching this other video, if you're not caught any of my live streams before, this is me. I have a webcam now. I've been doing some streaming and have more streams to come in the form of my drive. What we're going to do today is go through the prologue for Season 3 of my drive. So before we get into any nitty-gritty details, what is my drive? For any of you people who are new, I want a little recap. I play, as you can see on the screen, Le Mans Ultimate, a game that came out at the start of 2024 and is the official game of the World Endurance Championship. The World Endurance Championship being sports car racing that features hypercars like we see on the screen at the moment, bespoke race cars, as well as GTE cars, which are kind of like track versions of sports cars that you might see out and about, and they race in endurance, hence the World Endurance Championship races from anywhere between 6 to 24 hours, which for you WEC enthusiasts or people who want to watch something new, the Le Mans 24 hours is on, not this weekend, following weekend, and should be very good. The WEC season this year has been fantastic, so I do thoroughly encourage you, if you're not a WEC fan, go and check it out. They have all of their races on their YouTube channel, and they tend to put them up a few weeks after the actual race goes up, or you can go onto the WEC app. I think provide them, buy races individually or buy them as a year-long pass. I thoroughly recommend, because the action that you get in the WEC is incredible. Like I was originally an F1 fan, recently come over to WEC in the last probably like 5 years or so, and the action you get is just incredible. So yeah, anyway, Le Mans Ultimate came out, and it was in early access, so missing a lot of features that it was hoping to have, and in fairness to the team, over the last year and a half they've made so many improvements to the game, mainly on the online side of things, not really touched a lot of offline stuff, but I have been offline racer for quite a while, do a bit of online here and there, but I do like career mode, so I decided to make my own called My Drive, basically taking the single weekend races that you could do, recording the results from them and doing a championship from them. So we had Season 1, which kind of like a test bed, didn't actually get all the way through Season 1, but learnt a lot of how to fit the races into my busy schedule, and then came back with Season 2. As you can see here, we've got the first race on in the background, where we drove in the Lamborghini SC63, I think it's called, and we had a fantastic time. We did all 10 races that are on the game. Obviously starting off here in Imola, and I think we ended up in, was it Le Mans we did the last one? No, Le Mans was halfway through. Brazil was the last one. And if you've not seen any of them, I do encourage you to go check them out. While you're down there, give me a subscribe and like the videos, very helpful. But no, what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, did a Season 2, and basically did the races as and when I could do them, with the new feature of being able to start pause or save your game at the pit stops helped quite a bit, and then I commentated over the entire race, which some of you liked, some of you wanted a more personal view, which is what we're going to get in Season 3. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check out the races. There are some, in particular, like Circuit of the Americas, Bahrain, Imola, really good races, so I do encourage you to go check them out. But we are here today with the Prologue. So in the WEC they have, before, you know, at each season they have the Prologue, which is kind of like their testing session. So I thought I'd do a Prologue for Season 3, to kind of go through some of the rules, some of the changes that we're going to have in Season 3 from Season 2, and give you guys a bit of a heads up of what's going to be happening. So I suppose one of the first things is, whether you're watching this live or watching this on video, I'll be live streaming each episode. I will most likely be doing them on a Friday, sort of around this time. Luckily I finish work at 2 o'clock on the Friday, so I can pretty much jump straight on and do a race. Occasionally there might be a Saturday morning, but I will let you know if that's going to be the case. I will also basically take the entire race and chop off the ends and pop it onto a YouTube video, probably on the Saturday if I do it on a Friday. If I do the live stream on a Friday, that is. So if you're not a fan of live streams, or you're not around to watch the live stream, you don't fancy watching, you know, qualifying and whatnot, a little hint for what's to come. The 4 races will just be available on my YouTube channel, which you might have noticed has had a little revamp. Felt like it was time to get rid of the pickles, and we're now Enduro Josh. So I hope you like the little channel rebrand. But yes, on to some rules for Season 3 of My Drive. So we have them up on screen here. A lot of these are similar, if not the same, to what we had in Season 2. So we've got 3 times the tyre wear, 2 times the fuel wear, to induce some strategy and some more pit stops into each of the races. Weather will be random. I don't actually think there's a weather system of sorts. But what I did with Season 2 was basically for somewhere where it might rain, like in Brazil, like a Fuji, basically decide on the day whether it should rain or not. And I'll do the same for this season. Obviously not every track will be raining. You know, somewhere like Spa you might get rain, somewhere like Le Mans you might get rain, but it might be very sporadic, because I do know the air are a bit stupid when it comes to rain. But we'll see how that goes. The new rule, which is, you know, came in an update recently, is tyre blankets. So tyre blankets and the number of tyres that you can have being added into the game now. The WC don't use tyre blankets, so we're not going to use tyre blankets. Makes that outlap after your pit stops very treacherous, and can take a few laps to actually get your tyres up to temperature, which I like that challenge. And in terms of the championship, same as we had last season, we're going to have the drivers, the teams, and the manufacturers. The teams might not be totally representative of what we see in real world WEC. So, for instance, I think in WEC, all 3 Ferraris are part of the same team. We're going to have it as factory Ferraris as the red ones, and the AF Corsa of the yellow one. This worked well last season. If you've not watched it, just a little spoiler. We ended up winning the drivers, but we had Toyota win the teams and Ferrari win the constructors, or the manufacturers, sorry. So, and that went down to the final race as well. So it was a good balance between the 3 championships. And for the teams and the manufacturers, only the top scoring driver or car in that team or manufacturer will score the points, just like they do in the WEC. So for instance, if it's a Ferrari 1, 2, 3, Ferrari will only score manufacturer points for first, whereas say if the AF Corsa Ferrari win and the other Ferraris are second and third, the AF Corsa Ferrari, which is on screen just behind this image at the moment, will score the maximum points, and the factory Ferrari will only score the second place points, and then whoever's in 4th will then score that point for their team. Onto the races. So one thing I really liked about Season 2 was the different race types that we had. So we had standard, sprint, and extended. They have stayed for this season. but are slightly modified. So as I hinted at earlier, we now have qualifying for the standard races. They're staying at a 90-minute length, so an hour and a half, and they'll have a 20-minute qualifying before the session, before the race, which will award 3 points to pole position. In the WT they use 1 point. I thought 3 points was a bit more valuable. So this is basically to stop what we would have in Season 2, where if, say, a Peugeot or a Zota Fraschini or a slow car randomly qualified at the top of the field, you get this quite big separation from, you know, the leader or the leading 2 or 3 cars, because they'd be stuck in this train. So it was really difficult to catch them up. So we had this at Le Mans actually, where I think it was either a Peugeot or a Zota, I think it was the Zota Fraschini, randomly started second, while Kubica in the Ferrari qualified first, and Kubica was just able to run away to the point where, you know, we were 20-30 seconds behind him and couldn't do anything because we'd lost all that time in the train behind the Zota Fraschini. So hopefully doing a qualifying means obviously it'll be a bit more pace orientated grid, and should lead to some closer battles, especially at the front. I will be doing it with all cars on track, which will add a little bit of jeopardy. Unfortunately at the moment there's no way to accurately mimic how WEC do their qualifying, because they do it basically in class sessions. So they'll have a GT session, a hypercar session, and the top 10 cars from each of those will then go through to a GT hyperpole and a hypercar hyperpole. But Le Mans also doesn't have that, so we're just going to do a 20-minute session, all cars on track. So there will be traffic involved, but that'll just be something you have to deal with. And a new rule for this season is tyre sets. So you can specify the amount of tyres that you get given in a given weekend. For the standard races, I'm giving us all 4 sets of tyres, so that'll be 16 tyres in total. The idea being that one set is used in qualifying, and then during the race, you know, we typically make 3 pit stops, so that's 4 sets of tyres, dropping that down to being 1 less, so 3 sets of new tyres at least for the race, hopefully to encourage the AI not to change their tyres as much. I think an update recently made them a little bit better at that, but making tyres a bit more of a precious resource rather than just having unlimited. So, you know, I suspect what will happen is AI will use 2 sets of tyres in qualifying, so it might mean that they don't change tyres twice, or only use 2 sets in the race, or use a slightly worn set in the race, but adds a little bit of jeopardy to the race and means that you can't just change it every stop, or you really have to weigh up whether you want to change it every stop. And then the points will remain as they were last season, using the WEC's middle point band, so 38 points for a win, 27 for second, and then dropping down to 2 points for 10th. Moving on to the sprint races, they're staying at 45 minutes. These will have a random qualifying session, basically to be different to the standard extended, be really chaotic. We saw them being very, very chaotic last season, and just to keep that jeopardy going, and you will only be allowed 1 set of tyres. So you know, normally I think in the sprint races last year, apart from Monza where we had to make 2 stops, all the other racetracks we made 1 stop because it's about 25 minutes a stint on the fuel usage that we have. So you're going to have to use 1 set of tyres all the way throughout, so it's really important not to flat spot them. Not sure how this works if, you know, say someone gets a puncture, but I've never seen a driver get a puncture. But yeah, basically got to be very careful on your tyres. No opportunity to change them, you'll just come in for fuel. This uses the WEC short point system, so similar to F1, 25 points for a win, all the way down to 1 point for 10th. And then finally we have extended. These will be 150-minute sessions, so 2.5 hours, slightly up from the 2.4 hours of Le Mans that we did in Season 2. I think that was 2 hours 24 minutes, rounding off to 2 hours 30, because there are more than 1 extended race this season, which some of you might be glad to hear. Qualifying sessions same as in standard, 20 minutes, with 3 points awarded to pole and 6 sets of tyres. The idea being similar to standard, that you get 1 less set of tyres than what you would normally have in a extended length race. And the points are double that of what the sprint races are, so 50 points for a win. As we saw, that's kind of what let Ferrari win the manufacturers in Season 2 because they won Le Mans and got a huge points haul at that race. 36 points for second, all the way down to 2 points for 10th. And now finally, we have the calendar, which I'm sure lots of you are excited for. Let me just get it up. And here is the My Drive Season 3 calendar. We will be starting off in Bahrain. This will be next Friday, with Bahrain Outer extended, so basically almost Noble. We've gone for incorporating quite a few alternative track layouts to basically make it so that we're not doing the same race each season. At least they're a little bit spiced up. And I thought, you know, in IMSA, which is the American Sports Car Championship, they start off with Daytona, which is, you know, partly oval, so it'd be cool to have some sort of oval-like track to start off our season. So we're going to be starting off in Bahrain with that 2.5 hour race. It's going to be very difficult to manage traffic, very easy to lose quite a bit of time. Then we'll be going to go up to Spa for our standard race. Spa gave us a great race last season, and it's just a great classic race, really. Before we'll be going off to Monza with the Curva Grande edition, or of the... What am I saying? Monza Curva Grande layout, so no first chicane, just straight down Curva Grande, and then into the second chicane, which is now the first chicane, before sector 2. So very high speed, basically rounding off our high speed triple header to start off with, and that will be a sprint, so it'll be interesting to see how removing the first chicane affects fuel usage, because it was a very tight race on fuel last season. Then we'll go off to Brazil for a standard race, before heading off to back-to-back American races at Circuit Americas, with the short layout being used as a sprint circuit, and then the longer layout being used as standard, before heading off to our penultimate race of the season at Fuji, with the no chicane layouts. It'll be really interesting to see how the fast right-hander at the bottom of the hill affects traffic management, because that clunky hairpin chicane type thing was useful for overtaking and overtaking traffic, so it'll be interesting to see how the flow of the race is affected by that. Before we extended race sandwich of Le Mans Mulsanne edition, no chicanes down the Mulsanne, so really high speeds down there, and it will be very interesting to see how that affects racing, whether it will be, you know, slipstreaming and then getting re-slipstream overtakes, and that will be 2.5 hours to finish off the My Drive Season 3. So if you're watching this video, tune in next week on Friday the... let me just have a look. Friday the 13th. Oh, that's not very good, is it? And if you've not guessed already by the thumbnail, we'll be driving in the Cadillac 03. So the yellow fronted Cadillac, with the storyline being that Cadillac saw the benefit of a two-car team with Lamborghini last season, and they almost won in Fuji. If they just had one lap extra of fuel, they would have won. And we are kind of like fuel master in Le Mans Ultimate, so they've brought us over to their team, filled a second car, and hopefully used our fuel conservation ability to get them some results in Season 3. But yeah, if you are watching the video, have a good weekend. I will see you next week, whether you're watching the live stream on the Friday or watching the video on the Saturday. I'm very excited to get underway with Season 3, and hopefully it is enjoyable for all you guys. So I'll catch you then. As for you people who are watching the live stream, whether you're watching now or in the future, I don't actually know if anyone is watching now, but that's fine. I'm happy just mumbling to myself. We will get into some... let me just... there we go. We are going to go do some racing. I'm not quite sure what racing we're going to do. We are going to boot up Le Mans Ultimate. I'm not too sure whether we're going to do a offline race or an online race. I'm a bit nervous to do an online race, just in case I get booted off because my Wi-Fi's been good. I want to say at least I've potentially fixed. Oh, I shouldn't really say that, should I? I've jinxed it. I was going to say fix the webcam issue. I've plugged it into a different USB this time, so I'm hoping it's got a bit more power. I don't know. Do we risk an online race? We'll see what online races there are. Oh, I think my Le Mans Ultimate's crashed. No, it's all good. Right. I am actually going to go get some water quickly. So I will be back very soon. I'll leave that on. Right. Oh, I need my camera back on. Camera is back on. There we go. Right. Let's have a look at online races. Let's see what's on at the moment. I think I would have missed. Ooh. Oh, that could be a bit of me. Let's join and give it a go. And we'll see if we get kicked. Not kicked, as in if our network can survive. Who do we want to drive as? I mean, I could do the car I'm gonna be driving. Should we do that? That's actually a good idea. Let's do that so we're actually getting some practice in. It seems like everyone wants to drive my car. Hello? There we go. Yeah, we'll give this a go. See if we get booted off. If we get, don't mind me, just readjusting. Um, yeah, if we disconnect, we disconnect. Hopefully it will decide to disconnect before we actually get to any racing. Hopefully it will do it while we're practicing. Is it fixed? Car setup? Oh, it's not fixed. Oh. Oh, buddy. So I have been messing around slightly with setups. But I don't have a great deal of experience with them. Sorry, as my cat is just being the star of the show, apparently. Okay, can you move, please? Can you move, buddy? I do actually have a tool. What? Rocco, you just... You look like a monster on the stream. So I have actually found this. I'll show it here. It's on race. Oh, it's not going to show, is it? Okay, never mind. It's like a self assistant type thing. So you can put in, you know, whether you're struggling with straight line speed, whether you're cold tires, but it'll basically tell you what you need to change. I've forgotten who created it. Has it got Sheldon? It's on race department or whatever the race department is now called. And it's been quite useful, I think. We'll give that a go. Holy moly, we got absolutely no energy. The one thing that annoys me a little bit about this car is that I can't go higher. I would like to be a bit higher. In a memento, let me just... Yeah. Boom! Oh, I do like the sound of that V8. I don't know if you guys have seen the recent update video for the update coming next week. We are getting... it's the final 2024 update, so we're getting the Lexus and Lamborghini and GT in the GT3 field. And we're also getting the Qatar Lafale circuit, which will be good. I'm excited for that. But they are then doing another announcement on Friday next week of the future of the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and I am so excited for that. The V12 sounds so good. If you have not heard it, you need to go and Google the sound of it. If you think this naturally aspirated V8 sounds good, wait until you hear the sound of the Valkyrie. Are we rubbing at all? So we're rubbing a little bit in the middle of the straight. Little lock up there. But this is the first time I've really drove this Cadillac. I've drove it a little bit in iRacing, but never really on Le Mans Ultimate. It does sound good, mind. I'll burn you through energy slightly. Wonder how many predicted laps we'll get, like 4 maybe? Right, okay, we're bouncing a little bit. What's the temperature? 47 degrees. Woo! It's hot in Le Mans. Oh, it's such a good track. I'm so excited for Le Mans next week. Rocco, thank you for standing in front of my webcam again. Oh, he's watching my OBS. He's a little iPad kid. What energy percentage are we on? 71. But yeah, I am excited for Le Mans next week. It's going to be interesting to see who has the pace. Ferrari seem to be very good this season. Can they make it? 4 out of 4 wins in this season, and 3 out of 3 back-to-back wins. I think they're in a strong position to do so. I don't think you can ever count out Toyota though. Interested to see how Alpine does, because they were terrible last year. So hopefully I think they've put a lot of work into their reliability. So hopefully they can actually finish the race, both cars. You know, they're coming off back-to-back podiums. Hopefully they can get a win at their home race. BMW as well, they're looking good. I'm hoping Cadillac make a bit of a return. They were really good in the opening round. I think probably slightly BOP related. Be interesting to see how they fare this time round. I'd love for Peugeot to do well, but I think their car concept is a little bit flawed. Although they did really well, almost did really well at Spa. Don't know if Le Mans is particularly a track that suits them. Ooh. Big slide there. This is actually probably quite good prep for when we do get round to Le Mans at the end of the season. Slight weird lock in there. Into the Porsche curve, some of the best corners. Oh, just extended the track ever so slightly there, but still within limits. Oh, ran wide there. So we're going to get about 4 laps then in a stint. I think let's go and make some changes. Namely, I want a bit less brake pressure. Let's use my little tool. We are... We actually have a problem where we're not bottoming out, we're just quite... Let's go down a little bit more. Maybe like 3 and 4, and dampers. Yeah. I mean, the car felt pretty good, to be quite honest with you. Let's just do... Oh, caddy. Save setup. First ever setup I've made? What? Well done, guys. You were here. Let's put on medium, see how they fare in the heat. Is it going to have an issue of re-crashing? Hello, Mr. Lemon. No, we're here. Cool. Oh, it's the electric into combustion. It's so good. Right. So for now, we'll pop it into... Get rid of some battery. Oh. Not paying attention there. Get out of the way of this guy. Oh, we've been absolutely smashed by the two Toyotas. That's fine, I don't think our lap was particularly quick anyways. Event starts in 15 minutes, what's the time now? Okay. Oh, just didn't stop there. I think I've potentially taken the brake pressure down a bit too much. Yeah, we're just lacking a little bit of bite on the front end when we brake. Yellow flag for a stopped BMW, I think that was. The lock-in might just be something we have to deal with because I think it's bound to happen. What brake percentage are we running that? Maybe a click more? No, it's rear locking, isn't it, really? I don't want to induce front locking. Oh. Ease it through here. Want to overdo it on the tyres. Right, event starts in 10 minutes. We'll do one lap on these mediums, see what we can do. Just didn't quite brake as much as I wanted to there. Ooh. Okay, we're just going to park up here and we are going to car set up, brakes and suspension, definite bail, yeah, let's go 88%, and then we will save the setup. Overwrite. Cool beans. Right, I'm excited for this. So we got 4-minute practice. Not really a lot of time to do anything, is it, around Le Mans? 8-minute qualifying. 2 laps? Maybe just about. And then a 30-minute race. Is it just hypercars? It might just be hypercars. That's pretty cool. Mix of Peugeots, Toyotas, Ferraris, yeah. Okay, we're just going to try and have some fun. Starts in 7 minutes. So we will just have a chill, really, for 7 minutes. Oh. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Le Mans goes. I think it's going to be an amazing race. I'm not slightly concerned. I think it would be no. Whoever wins deserves to win, and I think if Ferrari end up winning, it'll be deservedly so. But I think, although the racing has been very close, if you look at it on face value, Ferrari won all 3 races in the season so far. For a championship fight, it needs to be a bit more open. But when Ferrari are good and consistent and have good teamwork, it's not really on them to. Everyone else needs to do a better job. Like Toyota, obviously excellent at teamwork and pit stops and whatnot, but their car just doesn't have the pace. Whether that's BOP related or something they need to change on the car. So I'm hoping. I can't remember what the BOP. I don't think there's any massive change on BOP. So I think Ferrari are in the hot seat to win it again. And if there's rain, like we saw last year in Le Mans, the hypercar, the Le Mans hypercars have such quite a big advantage over the LMTH cars because they're four-wheel drive. Um, so it swings the balance in their favour again. But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic for BMW. I think Cadillac are going to come back strong. I think Team Toyota could be on for a podium. Can never discount Toyota. I'd like to see Porsche up there, but I think Porsche had very favourable BOP last year and have probably been given more punishable BOP this year. That'd be actually something that'd be quite good in Le Mans Ultimate. I think you can do it in online races potentially, but having a BOP system where you can customise BOP for each car, that'd be quite cool. Um, I'm looking forward to what their update is going to be next Friday. Because, like I say, they teased the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which would be good. I'd imagine it would be 2025 updates, which there aren't a huge amount apart from you've got liveries. Obviously Cadillac being Hertz Team Toyota now. BMW liveries, which I really like this year. I think there's a Mercedes GT car, I think, so adding that in. But there's no new circuits, there's no real big changes. So I presume that the first update would be Aston Martin and Mercedes, and hello Rocco making another appearance. This is his house, this is his world. We just live in his world. And yeah, like a 2025 livery pack and driver pack update. Then I'm intrigued what else that they're going to do. They're bringing in driver swaps and team management in this update, which will be interesting. Might try and see if I can if they're going to start doing longer races online, especially. Might see if I can do that because I will. This is a little teaser for anyone who's watching. I am working towards doing some sort of charity race. It'll be a single player race because it'll be a 6-hour race. More details will hopefully come out for that soon. I'm hoping I can organise it to be in the middle of the My Drive Season 3 calendar. So do the first 4 races, have a week off where I do this charity race, and then can finish off the season. But I am wanting to do some longer endurance events. So I need to have a look into that. If there's anyone who is a subscriber who wants to either already is in a team or wants to create a team or something, then let me know, because I don't know anyone else who really plays this game. I need to get on like the forums and stuff really to have a look. But my, you know, hope is to do some more longer endurance events. But right, with a minute left, I am just going to pop to the loo. We are back. Event starts in 15 seconds. But yes, I'm excited to see what the updates they're going to bring for 2025 are. I think it'd be cool to have some sort of career mode. I struggling to think what else they can do with online, because they have all the races set up now. They've got the driver, the safety rating set up. They've got online championship, which is a cool idea. Actually, that's a good chat. If anyone wants to do an online championship, let me know. Drop a comment down below, and I'd be interested in doing one. But yeah, I'd like to think they might turn to some career-focused stuff, which would be good. I think it'd be really cool. They're bringing in a livery editor as well, so I think it'd be really cool to have, be able to do custom teams, custom team career mode. That'd be very cool. But I know a career mode would be a lot of work, so maybe we'll just have to. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do, really. Where? Oh. Oh wait, hang on. No, I want to load. There we go. Current setup. Cool. What I do want to do. Check to see if the brakes are okay in these changes. Ooh, boom! Oh, such a good noise. Peugeot, what are you doing, Mr. Man? Oh, they feel better. They feel a lot better. So how do I gain? Do I gain anything on the Persia down the straight? 1.7, 6.1 behind. Oh, deep in that. Oh, the drivability of this is actually really quite nice. Because it's not got any turbos or anything. You get kind of all the power in one chunk, rather than getting like, the boost. Return to garage, ready for qualifying. Cool. Cool. Let's put in that. We got soft tires on. Boom. Boom. So I suspect we're going to get 2 laps there. Maybe just one, depends on how quick this lap is. We should be fueled up for 3 laps. And a little bit extra. We're not running minimum wings around here. We have got, I think, two ticks on the rear wing. We do have a little bit of downforce. Hopefully won't compromise us too much. Tyres are nice up to temperature. No idea what we're going to do, where we're going to be pace-wise. Is the Ferrari good on its fuel? Why is it not orange? bit of a lock up there. It's the temperature 48 degrees. Crikey. Right, okay, we're only getting... Oh no, we should get 2 laps then. And let's go for it. Push, push, push! We've got fuel for 2 laps. We should have time for 2 laps. Oh, we've had terrible run through the first chicane. The back end just did not want to behave there. Carrying too much speed, and that will have lost us a ton of time, and we were wide there, out of Arnage. No, Tetra Rouge. I know some of the calling names here, not all of them. I think that was Tetra Rouge, and then the one at the end of the Mulsanne is Arnage. Good run through the first of what are now called the Daytona chicanes. Slightly faster than the second one, which pushed us wide. It's going to hurt our run down towards Arnage. Big lock up into Arnage. Lost up small time. Oh, cutting the curve a little bit there. Nice and easy through here. Again, those column names have left my brain. Now coming towards the Porsche curves. Drop down 2 gears. On the power, slightly wide there into the... Down another gear. Float it through there. Oh, wide through there. Why was I talking? Distract myself. Down towards the Ford. Chicane. Oh, I had massive, yeah, time loss in that lap. Put us 7th, but let's focus in. Huge time gains through Sector 1. Up by a second and a quarter. Not a great one through the first of the chicanes. A little bit cautious through there. But getting time on the exit. Much better run through there. They were actually down in Sector 2. Right, full concentration for this last sector. Oh, we bottled it. We got a huge slide in there. We just carried too much speed. Unfortunate. P10 at the moment. Oh, man, what could have been? Let me just remind myself of some of the corners. What? Oh, I want them in English. Oh, Arnage is the one. Virage is down at the bottom of Tetra Rouge, yeah. Dunlop curb, Ford chicanes, Esters, Porsche curves, Indianapolis, that's it. Oh, man. Oh. Hear that engine. Right, so it's 30-minute race. We need to stop every 4 laps. So like 12, 14 minutes. So 2 stops. We can surely do that on a set of... Oh, it's track 49 degrees. We're going to go mediums. So we don't have to... Because I think if we go... If we go softs, we're going to have to swap, I think. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. We're just here for some fun, really. Everyone on mediums. Wow, interesting. Just take it nice and cautiously. We are in the pack. What's the track temp? Yeah, 48 degrees, so it's hot.
Formation lap has started.
Help if I actually shifted in first, wouldn't it? I do know how to drive, I promise. We've got Peugeot and a Toyota ahead of us. Porsche next to us, and a BMW and a Porsche behind us. Let's just hope for a clean race. Fingers crossed. May I say, what a beautiful game this is. It just looks fantastic. Even on... No, I don't run it on amazing graphics. But even on my mid-tier graphics, it's still... absolutely wonderful. The sun is shining here in Le Mans. And we are about to get underway for a 30-minute race. Around... the track that never sleeps.
Green flag, green flag.
Get a good run there, but we're going to get boxed in slightly. Take it nice and cautiously. Do slightly get clattered off the track there. Porsche's on moves, but we are... Do you want to give me any space? No? Oh, and I think everyone else is running lower wings. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get gobbled up here. Oh! Sorry, pal, sorry. That was my fault. I tried moving on you too. I hope you don't finish the race, wow. Toxic! We're up into P12, can't even remember where we started, P14 maybe? Down at Virage, saying it correctly this time. Oh, yellow flags ahead. Almost went very deep there, just about caught it. This is Arnage. I'll try and stay in slipstream territory. Potentially make a gap to the cars behind. Up into 11th thanks to that drive-through penalty. Idiot. So, someone's not very happy, is they? Are they? Probably went wide there. Gonna lose out to the Ferrari here. No? Cool, slipstream. Take me along with you, Mr. Porsche. Well, I'm not being funny. Can I try and do one less stop than everyone else? Is that a bad show? Did we make contact there? I'm sorry if we did. I didn't think we did, but I could be wrong. Oh, Ferrari very wide. We would just like to feel safe, please. I dived down our inside. I don't know if that was my fault or not. Oh, but we lost so much time to the cars ahead. Oh, I think that guy who just rage quitted was the Toyota ahead of us. Alright, come on, good run through Touch of Rouge. We should hopefully be in the slipstream. We need to get our energy back up. So my suspicion is anyone who is under our energy percentage might have to pit this lap, which would be good. A little bit wide, a little bit ragged through there. We're just chilling. What on earth is happening down here? It's all kicking off. please let me grab some slipstream. I think from about 0.6 seconds back you do get it. 0.6, 0.7, we do. We're not losing them, and we are pulling away from the guy behind. All the spin. We're up into the top 10. I mean, are you just going to dive down the main side? Nice. You're just going to force me off the track. Cool beans. I'm not getting annoyed. I'm all good. We're fuel saving. He's got 26% fuel. He's going to have to pit this lap. Who's the real winner here? You race as aggressively as you want to race. I'm nervous. How we came out in one piece there, I will never know. Right, pit, pit, pit. All of them will be into the pits. We are going to gain massively here. Oh, we're going to get little track limits there. But it's worth it to stay in slipstream territory. Porsche wide. If he was sensible, he'd let me go through here, but he's going to fight me. Yeah, he just drops back. So we're up into third position. Obviously, pit stop yet to go. Oh, we're wide through virage. Someone's not happy. Oh, they're very touch and go ahead on fuel. I think the Porsche behind as well is a bit touch and go on fuel, I think. Not 0.3 laps to get us home. Nice, into the pits, good. First stint. Half the race left to go. I wonder if potentially we get to the end. That would be huge if we get to the end on one stop. I don't know if we will though, it's going to be very close. We're back out. Caddy ahead of us. Holden behind us. Let's see where we join in. Join in 9th position. Cool. Oh. It's fine, we'll let him go. I'll get him back. We got a terrible run through there. Hello, Roccaccino. Oh, it's going to be very close. 13 minutes of fuel left. I think we might have to make a little splash. Oh, very deep into there. Don't matter, just about surviving. We do need to pit. We're going to be literally put in one lap in. %. We'll stick at that for now. Oh, the Porsche just... Nice. Cool. I love just being shoved off the track there. Because that's how we go racing apparently, is... If I'm ahead at the apex, it's my corner, off you go. You know what, all is good. We're in a good position. Both of us being put off there. Gives us the position again, interesting. Oh, we've gone very deep in there. Let's just everyone chill out. Everything's good. I've got 3 laps of fuel left. Oh, I reckon we could do it, you know. I reckon we could go to the end. I reckon everyone else is going to have to do another stop. Then we could just about make it to the end. It'd be a short stop they have to make, but it'll still be a stop nonetheless. Bit deep into our notch. Oh, we do have a little bit of damage on our right front actually. A little bit of wheel alignment maybe. Never seen that damage before. Everything feels okay. Who are the S's? Some of the front runners are in the pits. Where are we going to jump up to? Up to 4th. Another track limits, but I don't care at this point in time. Oh, that was a big one. Because we are doing well on fuel. And the leader, overall leader, is only 4.3 seconds away. Go for the move on the Porsche. It's a drag race. Left and coasting given the position. Oh, we're just in all the wrong gears there. So we do have a fuel advantage as well over the leading Cadillac of Sahal? Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. So potentially coming into the last lap we could be in a good position. This guy would be a bit more consistent. Or is he's worried about fuel, I think. He's worried about fuel. So I might get quite, we're on full concentration here. Yeah, I think what's going to happen here is the caddy in front is going to come into the pits and he's going to trigger the next lap, unfortunately. If we were thinking about it, he would slow down by about 10 seconds. I slow down by about 10 seconds. And we would have a 1-2, I think. But I think we're just going to cross the line with... He's just going to cross the line in the pits. So we're using 23% fuel. We want 25 laps of fuel. And you know what, actually that'll be fine. Yeah, 1 minute remaining. We're just gonna cross the line with about 10 seconds to go. Oh, it's that close. Really that close. One lap to go. He actually crossed it with 1 second to go. That's crazy. Well, we've jumped him in the pits. He's putting too much fuel. Where's the rest of the field? We've come out with about 3 seconds of the car behind. Cold tyres. Can we hold on to a podium? First part of the chicane. There's no doubt that the BMW behind me is quicker. How much quicker is the question? Right, full concentration, no talking. Good run through virage. Not 0.3 laps to get us home. Shit. Excuse me. Got hardly anything left. But we come across the line to get second place. Let's go. What a strategic masterclass that was. That one's going on YouTube. Oh, wow. Like we didn't have the pace, but had the strategy to just, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do a little GG. What a race. Well, we're going to have a look at what that did to our Stand-ins. I can't believe that. That was incredible. Oh, wow, I'm chuffed with that. Not only did we actually finish the race, we didn't disconnect, didn't really have any incidents. Wow. Let's wait for the race result to come in. I'll have a little look at it. Cool, I'm really, really chuffed with that. That was really good. What's the time? Yeah, maybe I'll have a little look at the instance as well while I'm on stream, and then we'll call it a day. I've just spilt water everywhere. Come on, show me my safety rating increase. If it's a decrease, I'm going to be fuming. Let's have some music on while we're just... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, right. This music is always louder than I expect it to be. Went down? Really? Race contact with the guy in second? I was nowhere near him. Unless I crashed with him earlier on, but I didn't think so. Oh well, you know, we're close to silver 2. 11 positions. Oh, what a masterclass! If I do say so myself. Let's go have a look at the replays. Right, let's pause you while we watch. Yeah, that's the crazy thing is as well. There, we could have won if, because the guy ahead of us in the Cadillac, he crossed the line in the start finish line in the pit lane with 1 second to go. If he'd have just backed off a little bit more, I think we were about 10 seconds over. If we backed off 10 seconds, I mean, we still would have come second. But yeah, well, I'll have to bear that in mind. I might do another race tomorrow and see if I can be in a fortunate position where I'm leading in that last stint. See if I can actually get a win. Right, let's... Oh, he was down here at the start, the BMW. Okay. Yeah, flying through here, fine. Ferrari gets us. We let him go. Second Ferrari gets us. We fight him a little bit. Did I shut him off there? We get close. No, he just runs himself wide. Okay. I did have an instant from the throw, didn't I think, at some point. So then, he goes off wide, back in the slipstream. Goes down my inside, at Indianapolis, we let him go. This, yeah, okay. So what we want to be on board with this guy. No. This guy. Monastir. Oh, I got a driving cam. So here, he just... The Toyota's gone off. He just lunges it down my inside and spins. Okay, that's fine. What I want to see is what happens to the Toyota ahead. Because he was raging and I think... Well, I don't know whose fault it was. We'll have a look now. So he's trying to get past the Porsche, which is bottoming out loads. Wow. Takes it easy. Was he raging at someone for that? I'm sure he was. He just lost it himself. So we let him... Yeah, so this wasn't where he dive bombed us. We've now got Toyota ahead of us. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, yeah, this one. If I remember correctly, this one was a bit egregious as well. So we want to be on board with this guy. I mean, in fairness to him, he's made moves. But how much of them have just been dive bombs? Is that another dive bomb that he does? Okay, let's have a look at this. Wait, I need more context for this. Why is the Persia going so slowly? Oh, wrong way. The Peugeot... They're all lifting, they're all going quite slow into there, to be fair. What is this guy doing? So for reference, how quick are they going into Indianapolis? They're down like 2:13. How quickly do we go in there? Oh, so we're like 20 kilometers an hour quicker. If not 30, so they're obviously really going quite slowly. So we have this guy who catches them massively. Boots into the back of him. spins. He's obviously angry and annoyed. And then he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to send it. I mean, I don't think he's in a position to really be making a move, because I'm turning in for the corner. That gap is just going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. Then they obviously come into the pits, and we carry on. Cool. That was a good race. I enjoyed that. Quite well. I think we'll probably leave it there. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I might do a stream tomorrow morning. Might not. If not, you'll see Prologue videos go up, and potentially this race go up as a video as well. If I don't see you tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time.
DJ, please play that heat now. DJ, please play that heat now. DJ, please play that heat now. Sip Ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead like I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom.